What's going on, y'all? Excuse my dirtiness. Just got off of work, but somebody just almost cut their finger off with a grinder, and I figured this would be a good time to illustrate the importance of having medical stuff, even if the world's not ending. All right, back at home base. Let's talk about some shit you should probably have. Trauma kits, IFAKs, whatever you want to call them. We've talked about these before. What's in one? Speed run, tourniquet, shears, cloth tape, wound packing gauze, gloves to protect you, not the other person, full flat duct tape, pressure bandage. I got 2 of them in there. An emergency blanket for hypothermia. When you lose blood, you get cold. Nasopharyngeal airway. 5x9 gauze, a bunch of it. Chest seals, hyphen minis, 2 of them. And then in the very back here, I got some Zeroform burn dressing, and that's just a basic overview. That's going to cover all your traumatic bleeding situations. Now I'm going to go over some stuff that's going to be for more minor things. I mean, not minor, but things that are more difficult to get to, like fingers, like what happened today. I literally had to play doctor at work because nobody had any extra stuff like what I'm about to go over with you. So let's talk about a few of those things. Alright, so I was operating out of this little zipper kit and that trauma kit right there. I ended up having to use some wound packing gauze out of that because I ran out of gauze that was in this. I had 3 rolls of this skinny gauze, and then I had like 2 rolls of this. I ended up using this to cover up most of the wound after I closed it up. Put some of this over the top of it to secure the fingers, and then I used some cohesive wrap to secure it. But here's a couple of things that I definitely wish I would have had. I really wish I would have had some butterfly closures with me. And I really wish that I would have had my wound stapler, because to be honest, that shit needed stitches. And this is one of those guys who's not going to go to the hospital type of thing. This would have been ideal for that. This doesn't hurt as much as sutures does, and it's quick, and you really don't need any training to use this thing. So I wish I would have had that. I also wish I would have had more gloves. You know what I mean? There was only 1 pair of gloves, and I had to take them off, and then I ended up having to try to put them back on, because you want to use gloves to protect yourself against bloodborne illnesses with other people. And the last thing I wish I had was this povidone iodine. This is what you want to use to put into an open wound. You don't want to use rubbing alcohol or peroxide. This is what you want for open wounds. So anyway, didn't mean to make this a whole long thing, but I'm about to, you should have a whole bunch of these extra items. Have a bunch of extra gauze, big pads, rolls of it, small pads, butterfly closures, cohesive wrap, little ace wraps, just stuff like this, you know what I mean? Extra things that you can use to just stack into kits and whatnot, because you never know when you never know when you're going to need something, and when you need it, it'll be a pretty helpful thing to be able to restock that thing at your house instead of having to go to the store and buy more stuff for it. It's, you know what I mean? Anyway, hope this was helpful. This went way longer than I wanted it to, but I just kind of wanted to illustrate the point of the necessity of having medical stuff with a situation that literally happened to me today. So if you cared enough to stick around this long, hopefully you got something helpful out of it. If so, give me a like, share, follow. See y'all later.